start with isometric projection of solids and with the prism. In solids, we draw two views, the top view and the front view. So given side of the square 30 millimeters, axis height 50 millimeter. And we know that in isometric projection, I have to reduce all dimensions into iso dimensions. So take 30 millimeter and already the scale is there, get the ISO of 30. We'll draw the horizontal reference line. When we draw a square, I can take any base corners as reference. I choose a point. Now all sides are 30 millimeter, get ISO of 30. Draw two lines inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal with ISO 30 on either side and complete the square. And complete the square by drawing lines parallel to the base sides. And when you check this, these 2 points exactly coincide. To obtain the phase of the prism, axis height is 50 millimeter, get ISO of 50, and from the bottommost corner point as reference, draw a vertical line which is ISO 50. And from the other corner points, keep on drawing parallels, ISO 50, parallel, ISO 50, and from here, parallel to this side, and from this point, parallel to this side, and complete the top face also. But draw very lightly the boundary of the prism. And when we start the isometric projection, always we go from the bottom to the top. And when we complete the solid, we come from the top to the bottom. So from the top, this face is visible. So keep on darkening those lines which are visible to the observer. The front faces are visible. Darken it. This face is also visible. But you can't able to see this because these two faces cover up the behind face of the square prism. We don't rub off this, it will be very light. So darken only those faces which are visible to the observer. So a square prism appears like this in isometric projection. To draw the iso projection of a square pyramid, I have drawn two views, the top view and the front view. So given side of base 30 millimeter, axis height 50 millimeter. After drawing these two views, we are drawing the isometric projection. So draw a horizontal reference line. Square is the base. So 30 millimeter square base. Get the ISO of 30. Take a reference point. Draw two lines inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Because you know that in the earlier class, when I am drawing the top view, there will be no vertical lines. All lines will be inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Take ISO 30 and on either side get ISO 30, ISO 30 and draw parallels to this and this side to obtain the square. Now after drawing the square, because in a pyramid I will locate the apex point, which is the line which joins from the center of the base to the point where the axis height coincides. So draw two diagonals and obtain the center of the base in the top view. To draw a pyramid, so this point is my reference point. From here, axis height is 50 millimeter, get ISO of 50. From the center of the square, draw a vertical line to obtain the apex point. The height is ISO 50. After locating this point, we draw those lines which are visible to the observer. So I can say A, B, C, D as the four corner points. We call this as O, A, B, C and D. So join OA, join OB and join OC. Then AB the base, BC the base. To the observer, we can see one triangular face, the other side triangular face. The point which is behind this is invisible. I can't be able to show this. So this OD will coincide with B, and AD and DC lines are not shown because they are invisible. To draw the iso projection of a pentagonal prism, I have enclosed the pentagon in a rectangular box. Dimensions of PS and SR are taken from the figure because it is not seen as the base of the pentagon, and get its iso dimensions using the isometric scale. We'll draw the figure. Draw the horizontal line. The reference, a view like this, R is the reference. Now RS from the figure, take RS. Get the iso of RS. On one side, draw a 30-degree line and cut iso of RS. Similarly, RQ on the other side, draw a 30-degree line, get RQ, get the iso of RQ and cut here. So when you complete this rectangle through the pointers, draw a parallel to RQ. Through the point Q, draw a parallel to RS. When you complete, I'm going to get the point P, and if you join P and R, both will not coincide. There is some gap because the figure is a rectangle. Height is 60 millimeter. In case of a prism as well as a cylinder, get the height from the point R. From point R, get iso of 60. Draw a vertical line. You get iso 60 from point R. Because the top face is same as the bottom face, so from this point you can draw parallel to RS, parallel to RQ, and complete the rectangle. So you are obtaining a rectangular box. So my pentagon will be inside a rectangular box at the bottom as well as at the top. Because these two sides are same, if I construct a pentagon here, I can able to transfer to the top base also. To see the figure, in between P and S, point A should come. So this PS is iso of PS. So take PA. From the figure, you take PA and don't transfer directly because this actual is isometric. So take PA, get the iso of PA, and from P towards S, mark the point A. In between S and R, my point B and C is there. So take SB from the figure. Get the iso of SB, from S towards R, obtain the point B. So BC is 40 millimeter, get the iso of 40, from B towards R, obtain the point C. I have located point A is in between PS. To see the figure, drawing a line joining A and D, it's parallel to SR. So SR, I have got BC, RQ is your point D. So if I draw a parallel to SR on RQ, I have to obtain the point D. And E is in between PQ, so take PE, get the iso of PE, from P towards Q, mark the point E. And if you very lightly join the points, don't darken, A to B, B to C to D, D to E, E to A. I get the pentagon within a rectangle. Because the top face or parallel to the bottom face, keep on transferring. PSA onto that face is your point A. SR is this face, B and C. So from these points B and C, draw parallels B and C. From D, draw a parallel line is D. From E, draw a parallel line is E. So I can directly transfer the pentagon point to the top base also. Now if you darken the pentagon now, those rectangular faces which are visible come from the top to the bottom. So join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, back to A, the top face of the pentagon. Now we see the rectangular faces, BB, C to C, BC. So this rectangular face is visible. D, that means CD, this D1, C1, this face is visible. E and E not visible, A and A not visible. So I can see two rectangular faces, the remaining D to E, E to A to B not visible. So this is the iso projection of a pentagonal prism. To draw the isometric projection of a hexagonal pyramid, I have drawn two views, top view of a hexagon and front view of a hexagon, given 40 mm square as the base of the hexagon and the axis height is 60 mm. Draw a reference line, horizontal line. Hexagon, triangle and pentagon, I can't directly draw in the isometric because I have non-isometric line. I enclose this hexagon in a rectangular box. So enclose hexagon, rectangular box. PQRS are the 4 points of the rectangle within which hexagon is being enclosed. I draw the iso projection of the rectangle first, then enclose the hexagon within the rectangle and obtain the center at the base, take the axis height and draw the pentagonal, that is hexagonal pyramid. So first, if I take reference point, if you do in this direction, R as the reference, R to S from the figure, take RS, get the iso of RS, from R, draw a line inclined at 30 degrees and take SR isometric from the figure. Take RQ, measure in the compass, get the iso of RQ from R towards Q, draw a 30 degree line and get iso of RQ. From S, draw a parallel to RQ and from Q, draw a parallel to RS. I'm going to get the point P. And you can cross check P and R will not coincide because the figure is not a square. Obtain the center of the base by drawing the two diagonals. Obtain the center of the base. Axis height is 60 mm. From this center of the base, draw a line to get the point O, which is iso of 60. Now, within this PQRS, I have to get the hexagon. See this figure, A and D same level. If I draw B and C, at the other side I get point F and E. So if I locate 3 points, I can able to get the remaining 3 points. Now P and S, I get the point A. So this PS actual, this is isometric. Take PA, get the iso of PA from P towards S, obtain the point A. SR is this side, S to B, obtain SB isometric from S towards R, get the point P. P to C is 40 mm, get the ISO of 40 from B towards R, obtain the point C. So A, B, C, I have located 3 points. If you see the figure, other 3 are very easy to locate. A and D same level. From A, if I draw a line parallel to SR on the side RQ, going to get the point D. From B, if I draw a line parallel to SP, and from C, if I draw a line parallel to RQ or SP, I get point E and point F because the 3 are symmetrical on the other side. Now, when you complete the figure, I got the hexagon. Very lightly join the hexagon. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, back to A. And join those triangular faces with the apex. As the observer, you see, only draw those faces which are visible. So from here, join OB, OC, OD, OE. Now if A comes outside, join OA. If A comes inside, don't worry about OA. And if A coincides, leave it as it is. Join B to C, C to D, D to E. E to F is not visible, F to A not visible. So for the observer, 3 triangular faces are seen. The remaining is not seen. So this is the isometric projection of a hexagonal pyramid. To draw the isometric projection of a cylinder, I have drawn 2 views, cylinder top view and front view, given side diameter 50 mm, axis side is 60 mm. Because it is a circle, I enclose the diameter of the base with a square, because ellipse is the figure what I am going to get. I enclose the circle in a square box. Draw the horizontal reference line. So top view is a circle in a cylinder, front view is a rectangle. I can take the reference points, you can say A, B, C, D. So I can take point C as the reference. If C is the reference, direction of viewing, opposite is A. And if D is the reference, opposite is B. So CD is 50 mm, get ISO of 50. So draw a line inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal, cut ISO 50. So this will be your point D. Similarly, on the other side, draw a 30-degree line and cut ISO 50 to obtain point B. And from points D and B, draw parallels. So DA is parallel to CB and BA is parallel to CD. I'm going to get the point A. Now I have drawn the base of the cylinder, which is a square. Axis height is 60 mm. In case of a cylinder, it is same as a prism. Take the height from the lowermost point, which is point C. From point C, get ISO of 60. And from this point, C and A coincides. Draw a vertical line, which is ISO 60. And then I can draw from D another vertical line, ISO 60, from B, a vertical line, ISO 60, from A, a vertical line, ISO 60. And then I can able to join these points to obtain the top of the cylinder base based on the axis height. To draw the ellipse, so I have ellipse at the top, ellipse at the bottom. I adopt 4 centers method. All are construction lines. I can take the same points A, B, C and D. Join the longer diagonal BD. From A, draw a line which joins to the midpoint of CD. From C, draw a line which joins to the midpoint of BA. So A is center number 1, C center number 2, and these two lines will meet the longer diagonals at 2 points, center 3 and center 4. So we adopt 4 centers method. One as center with 1 at the midpoint of CD as radius, draw an arc. C as center, C and the midpoint of B as radius, complete the top part of the arc. 3 as center, adjust the radius with these two incompleted arcs and complete. And 4 as center, adjust the radius to complete the part of the arc. Similarly, at the bottom also, join the longer diagonal BD. From A, draw a line to the midpoint of CD. From C, draw a line which joins the midpoint of AB. A is center number 1, center 2, and these two lines meet the longer diagonal at point 3 and point 4. So 1 as center, 1 at the midpoint of CD as radius, draw an arc. C as center, C and the midpoint of radius, complete the arc. 3 as center, get the arc which joins these two incompleted arcs. 4 as center, adjust your compasses to obtain the incompleted arc. Then draw a tangent which is a line drawn vertically to this end of the ellipse on both the sides. And after completing this, show the visible part of the cylinder. I come from the top, so draw the top ellipse because it is visible. Draw this tangential generator on both the sides, and the boundary part of the ellipse, which is the half part, is visible. This part is not visible because the cylindrical generator face will cover the part. So this is the isometric projection of a cylinder. To draw the isometric projection of a cone, given diameter of the base 50 mm 5, axis height is 60 mm. So we know that in case of a cylinder and a cone, I enclose the circle in a square box. The square box is drawn tangential to this circle. Square is a very light line, circle is dark. Step number 1, draw the square top view base first. Then we can able to draw the ellipse and the conical part. So draw the horizontal reference line. So naming A, B, C, D, I view like this. C is my reference. So if I take C, opposite is point A. So CD is 50, get ISO of 50. Draw two lines inclined at 30 degrees from point C on both the sides. So CD, ISO 50, CB, ISO 50. From D as center, draw a parallel to CB. From B as center, draw a parallel to CD. So obtain the point A. So ABCD is the square what I have drawn. So very lightly draw the diagonals to locate the center of the base of the square. The cone isometric, same as pyramid isometric, I will take the height from the center of the base. Height is 60 mm, get ISO 60. From the center of the base, draw a vertical line. And if I call this point as a point O dash, so O is the height which is drawn, center of the base to point O, distance is ISO 60. So adopt 4 center method to get the ellipse. So join the longer diagonal BD. From A, draw a line which joins the midpoint of CD. From C, draw a line which joins to the midpoint of AB. So A is center number 1, C center number 2, and on the longer diagonal I have center 3 and center 4. A or 1 as center, 1 at this midpoint of CD, this A and the midpoint as radius, draw an arc. If you draw this arc exactly tangential to this side and this side, stop where the arc changes direction. From point C, which is center number 2, same radius, C and the midpoint of AB as radius, complete the other part of the arc. 3 as center, adjust the compass to these 2 radius which are being incompleted and complete the arc. 4 as center, adjust the radius and complete the arc. Now, in case of a cone, join with O 2 tangential generator, 1 to left side of the ellipse, 1 to the right of the ellipse. So this part is not visible. The remaining part has to be darkened because to the observer a conical surface is seen. The behind portion is not seen. So this is the isometric projection of a cone. We will draw the frustum of solids. I am showing you 2 solids. Frustum of a square pyramid and frustum of a cone. If it's a square pyramid, to draw top and the front views, given side of the base 40 millimeter, given the top base as 30 millimeter, height as 60 millimeter. If you see this figure, I can extend like this to obtain the pyramid, and frustum is obtained by cutting a solid by a section plane which is parallel to the base. The retained portion is a frustum. To draw the isoprojection of a frustum, draw the horizontal line. Now you can name the points A, B, C, D and 1, 2, 3, 4 as the base points A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4 as the top base of the frustum with the height 60 millimeter. The base side is 40. Get ISO of 40. I can take point C as reference with my direction. C as reference. Draw a line CD. Draw a line CB. Both are inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal. CD will be ISO 40 and CB will be ISO 40. From point D, draw a parallel to CB. From point B, draw a parallel to CD. If you complete, you are going to get the point A. You join A and C, exactly vertical line. And you are able to join BD also, which is the diagonal. So obtain the base of the pyramid. You know that in case of a pyramid and cone, I take the height from the center. So locate the center of the square base. Height is 60 millimeter. From the center of the square, get ISO 60 and draw a vertical line. To obtain this point, which is the base of the top square. So from here, which is the base of the bottom square, to base of the top square, the distance should be ISO 60. Now we have to draw a square now from center as reference. The procedure is, so this is the center of the top base, which is the bottom, center of the top base. So through this point, draw a parallel to CD. The side will be 30 millimeter at the top. Now, half of this I want, half will be 15. So take ISO 15. To get ISO 15, actual distance 15, measure on the BP line, draw a vertical. On the BA, I get ISO of 15. So from this center, take ISO 15 and ISO 15 on both the sides. So this is ISO 15, ISO 15. Total is 30 millimeter. Because if I take half is 15, half is 15, total is 30. Similarly, draw a parallel to CB also from this center at the top. Take ISO 15, cut ISO 15 and cut ISO 15 on both the sides. Next step is, from these 4 points as reference, from this point draw a parallel to CD. From this point draw a parallel to CB. And from this draw a parallel to the opposite side. And from this draw a parallel to the opposite side. So I am drawing a square with center as reference, and if I complete, you can able to see C and 3. So 3, 4, 2, opposite is 1 are the points. Now keep on joining those lines which are visible to the observer. So the top square is seen, 4D is seen, 3C is seen, 2B is seen, and the base is seen. So if you see the frustum, and if I complete by extending these lines, I get a square pyramid. So frustum is the portion of the solid is cut by a section plane parallel to the base. The retained portion is known as frustum of a square pyramid. So these 2 lines are not visible. This is not visible. This is the iso projection of a frustum of a square pyramid. To draw the frustum of a cone in iso projection, given base of the cone 40 mm diameter, top of the cone 30 mm diameter, height as 60 mm. And you know that in case of a cone and cylinder, we have to enclose the circle in the top view with a square. So base circle, draw a square, top circle, draw a square. If we see this figure, similar to a frustum of a square pyramid, I get the construction. So when I draw the iso projection, similar to a pyramid also, I draw the initial lines. Then the extra work I should do to get the ellipse within the square. The procedure is draw a horizontal line. So base square, locate any 2 points as reference. So if I locate this point as reference, ISO of 40. So take ISO of 40, draw 2 lines inclined at 30 degrees to both the sides and complete the square at the base. Now very lightly join the diagonals to locate the center of the base of the cone. Height is 60 mm. So from this center of the base, get the height ISO 60. So when I draw that ISO 60, I'll be getting the center at the top, which is the center at the top of the frustum of the cone. So similar to a square pyramid isometric projection, which is a frustum, I have to draw the frustum of a cone. To draw a square at the top with reference as center, the procedure is draw a line parallel to this side from the top. Total is 30 mm at the top, half is 15 mm. So get ISO of 15. So from the center, cut ISO 15, cut ISO 15 on either side. Similarly, onto the other side, draw a parallel line from the center as reference. Take ISO 15, cut ISO 15, ISO 15. Total is 30 on one side, 30 on the other side. I get 4 reference points. With these 4 points as reference, I draw. So from this point, draw a parallel to this base. From here, draw a parallel to this base and complete by drawing lines parallel to get the square at the top. Now, adopt 4 centers method. At the top, join the longer diagonal. Draw two lines from opposite corners to the midpoint of the opposite sides. So adopt 4 center method to draw the ellipse. Similarly, at the bottom, join the longer diagonal, get the construction lines. So this line is drawn from this corner, midpoint of the opposite side. From this, draw a line midpoint of the opposite side. Adopt 4 center method. I know the 4 centers. Adopt 4 center methods and get the ellipse at the bottom as well as at the top. Now, completion. Always in isometric, I draw the construction lines from the bottom, completion from the top. So darken the ellipse at the top because it is a frustum of a cone. So draw a tangential generator. Draw a tangential generator. The half part is visible and this half is not visible. Figure is frustum of a cone.